Game time, moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, your team crowd need to edit, yeah. I see face and get it, hold up, ooh, that's good, need a minute, need to play to revive, let's get a shot pressing. Now you say what I said, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up, I don't miss often.
And here were the Bulls arriving earlier at the arena with a big game on the road away. And with it, to talk about this, David, some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. Just got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months, the scope of that for Drummond.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. Wright and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center. And for the Cavaliers, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5, down low. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. Left side, Porter. Levine looking around. There's the dish to Carter. Chicago again turning it over. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never, at any level, been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev?
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Sexton kicks to Garland. And it's sent back by Carter. On the wing, Porter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
Now that slender frame sometimes lets Porter slip right through the cracks and get to the rim.
Here's Osman. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Up again, and Drummond is right there.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Now, here's Porter. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Chalk up 2 there.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Bulls in Chicago. And Coach Jim Boylen agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylen, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Here's Levine after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Outside, Levine. No good with the triple. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Yep, that one goes.
Okay, the initiative from the young bull, Colin Sexton, as some like to call him. How about that drive?
Right, the pass to Markkanen. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Passes it to Sexton. Love against Markkanen. Back to Sexton. Pass to Osman, and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Now at the moment here, let's take a look at our rookie leaderboard and who's putting up the most points per game. And you look at White, top 5 scorer in the league. What a player he is.
Well, coming in, you wondered how his talent would translate at this level in terms of scoring. And I've got to say, apparently, it's translating pretty well.
Now here's Levine, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Here's Porter. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, nice work off the pick and roll. Porter getting buckets with this scheme.
For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Love against Markkanen. Love kicks to Garland. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. It's stolen. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Drummond. Nice D from Porter.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Levine passes to Markkanen. From downtown. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got 5.
Well, these shots to me are about confidence, and Levine feeling very comfortable on the catch and shoot.
They need this. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Bulls out front. They're up by 5. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Bulls, we've got Young. Thomas Satoransky is out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Hutchinson in at the 3 slot. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Bulls. Young with the ball. He's picked up by Nance. And Satoransky kicks to Cornette. Down against Porter. Here's Hutchison. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
And you think back to LeBron's last year in Cleveland, and one wonders how differently it may have turned out if Kyrie was there with him.
Well, you think back, Greg, Isaiah Thomas was never healthy. He had been a recent All-Star with another team. They were counting on his quickness and his scoring. But through it all, the Cavaliers reached the NBA Finals. Just another testament to the talent and the leadership that LeBron gives you.
There's Garland. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Of course, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person, even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA? Or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
And we've seen more face-up play at the power forward position these days, Doris. That works in favor of guys like Thaddeus Young.
Well, he is someone, Kevin, who has always thrived on quickness, his ability to drive and finish at the rim. He has developed his outside shot. This young man has paid a price to try to be more effective.
Garland, no good. The Bulls leading by 7. And there's the pass to Satoransky. From deep. That shot off the mark. So Cleveland will take it the other way. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. He kicks to Young. Now here's Satoransky. He's guarded close. He gets it in there.
Yeah, great execution there. The turnaround, such a difficult shot to defend.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Thompson right side. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. And here's what the Cavaliers' schedule looks like. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. An even 3-on-3 break. Dishes it to Garland. Over Harrison. Here's Thompson. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Thompson's got his first points in this one. To the wing on the left. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Ball's knocked loose. And now the fast break. Garland with the ball. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
PA, great assessment. Good report. Thank you so much. Harrison kicks to Young. Had the space there, but it's offline. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Here's Porter over Valentine. Porter, no luck. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Well, Thaddeus Young is a team-first guy, and if he sees an opportunity to get a teammate a shot, he will deliver it.
Garland with it. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. From past the arc, Thompson. It's good on the putback.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Harrison passes to Young. Over Nance. That one off the back iron and out. Here's Windler. Pass to Garland. Here's Thompson. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we finished one half of basketball. Bulls lead by 7. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. At the end of one, they were able to end up with... And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Nice game. Great performance by Tristan Thompson.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the guard position. And that's the group for John Beilein as we begin the second half. Levine passes to Carter. Back to Levine. Offensive rebound. Out to White. Pass to Markkanen. Over Love. Markkanen, good. Markkanen's got 6.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016. LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
6 to shoot. Levine kicks to Porter. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists tonight.
What a terrific looking shot by Porter. You can't leave him alone out there.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. And that was an incredible year back in 2016. Of course, Draymond Green in that series suspended for Game 5. Doris changing the momentum.
Amazing to think, Kevin, how quickly things can shift and change in the NBA. Credit the Cavaliers. They made the bigger shots, and they had the best player on the floor in LeBron James. That was a season to remember.
Here's Drummond. Good on the shot. 6 points for him.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
They double him with Love. Now here's Porter, defended by Sexton. Levine kicks to Porter. Outside, White. Fires from deep. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Guys, their comeback bid had better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
Pass to Love. Porter with the steal. Carter left side. Outside Porter. Here's White. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. White's got 5 points now this quarter.
And what body control. Even when White gets bodied up, he sticks with his shot.
Garland the pass to Sexton. Or sometimes what was once considered a negative becomes a positive. For example, tweeners are now looked at as very valuable assets and very versatile assets.
Yeah, Kev, no doubt that, think about how much the game has changed for players like Draymond Green, who was so integral to the success of the Golden State Warriors. Here was a young guy who was considered at one point coming out of college for the power forward and center spot, too small to play the position. But as the NBA has downsized, as it's gotten smaller and faster, Draymond Green can be as important as any other player on a roster.
Porter's checked in for the Cavaliers. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Chicago. Dunn comes in for White.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think, Greg, it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Stolen by Markkanen. Here's Hutchison. Kicks it to Levine. Shot clock at 5. The tray. It's Drummond with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Back to Osman. They could use a bucket. Hutchison with the rebound. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Markkanen dishes to Levine. Drummond working against Carter. Back to Levine. Fires for 3. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Now the pass to Nance. Outside Porter. Inside. Here's Thompson. And he banks in the layup. Thompson's got 8 points.
That Thompson becoming so good at getting a shot up at the right angle so it can't be blocked.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Bulls ending the third quarter on a... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced to the wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. We've got Valentine. Dunn is out there with Harrison. And it's Young. And it's Hutchinson in at the four-man position. To the inside. Young with the steal. And he gets the bucket. Young's got 4 this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Cavaliers trail by 19. Here's Sexton, and the shot goes down.
Colin Sexton early in his career has demonstrated great instincts in the pick and roll, good decision making.
Dunn right side. And the call on, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Pass to Hutchison. Passes it to Harrison. Floats one. Basket counts. And the Bulls lead by 17.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Pass to Windler. He kicks it to Sexton. To the paint. Thompson finds Nance. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Garland's checked in. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Young. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Valentine. Saransky's checked in for Harrison. And it's White in for Dunn. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Porter with the steal. Always going up for the alley-oop here, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Markkanen, he's checked in for the Bulls. Dean comes in for Satoransky. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's Drummond. Good.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
And here's White. They double him with Love. The pass to Levine. And Porter, here we go. Well, you look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved and looking for his shot.
I think the thing I like best about Otto Porter, his versatility and long arms, because it allows him to impact the game in so many ways.
It's Drummond with the drive. And a missed layup. The Bulls leading by 19.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bulls.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Otto Porter Jr.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
And again, no good by Chicago.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Sexton, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Dunn. Tight defense on him. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 19.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And Satoransky kicks to Dunn from 17 feet out, and the Bulls tack on two more.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments.
Up next, the Bulls taking on the...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA. Well, you better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Pacers. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And, of course, Chicago, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And seeing where Indiana is, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
I don't think they played their best basketball, so that things do come together for them before the end of the regular season, look out.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Porter at the 3, the small forward. And for the Pacers, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the 2 guard. Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of run themselves.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Levine with it. Ogden picks him up. Here's Carter. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Oladipo, and it's Oladipo with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Levine, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. The rebound by Turner. The Pacers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. And it's sent back by Turner. Ogden against Levine. Oladipo, the pass to Warren. Outside Holiday. Some nice passing here by Indiana. The shot by Brogdon, wide open. Misses off the right iron.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That is his first foul of the game. Porter dishes to White. Levine for 3. And the Bulls with another miss. And it's Warren with the ball for Indiana. 3-point lead. Offensive rebound. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, putting up about 24 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And I'm not sure he can play any better than he has. I mean, surprising a lot of people with this play here of late.
Therein lies the question. Has he reached a new level in his game, or is this just a hot streak that'll eventually cool down? We'll see.
And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination. Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Markkanen finds Carter. Outside Levine. Offline with his 3. And the stretch center in demand. For Miles Turner, Greg, how does he take that next step as a player?
Getting stronger. And continuing to improve his recognition and communication at both ends of the floor.
Here's Levine after the made shot from Victor Oladipo. Here's Markkanen. Carter, great positioning on the putback.
Right there, Carter using his instincts and motor to track down the miss and convert into second chance points.
Now, here's Brogdon. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. A wide open look here for Oladipo. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Kicks it out to Markkanen. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 4 assists now tonight.
This is where Markkanen is lethal. Good balance off the catch, smooth mechanics, soft touch.
No good there. It's stolen by Oladipo. Turner passes to Brogdon. Now here's McDermott. He's guarded by Markkanen. McDermott can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Levine finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Providing so much size and athleticism out of the backcourt. Levine challenging the heart of that defense.
It's Oladipo on the wing with 2 seconds left. No good on the layup.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Victor Oladipo getting it done for Indiana. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Pacers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Chicago right now, they've got Young, Valentine out there with Chris Dunn, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3 slot. Not going to go that time, so the Pacers will take it the other way. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Cornette, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And truly some significant roster changes for the Pacers this past summer.
Jeremy Lamb, Malcolm Brogdon, T.J. Warren. They've gotten younger and gotten better as well, if you ask me. Excellent work by the Pacers front office.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Holiday attacking. Here's Sampson. No good off the back of the rim. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
Here's McConnell. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Indiana moving it around. Off target with his 3. Valentine dishes to Young. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Indiana leading. Pass to Sumner for 3. And once again off the mark by Indiana. For Chicago, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Dunn passes to Hutchison. Down low, Cornette kicks to Young, and stolen by McConnell. One-on-one here. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris Dunn picks one up. The Pacers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he makes the first. Players out there are either loved or hated by the fans. There's no in between, Smitty. But when you take a look at divisive players in the league, who pops into your head?
Draymond Green, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James. There's some people who love him, and there's some people that hate him.
Sure.
Joel Embiid is starting to creep into that conversation. Those are some of the guys some people love him and some people hate him.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Pass to Harrison.
2 minutes, 2-1.
Dunn looking over the floor, and a wide open look for Porter. No good. That would have tied it. Pacers leading by 3. Back to Holiday. Passes it to Holiday. Here's Sampson. Bitadze, the pass to Holiday. From beyond the arc and then some.
Probably not the play this offense is designed to produce, but Justin Holiday launches that one with confidence.
And that one's good by Porter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Bitadze with the bucket. Bitadze's got 4 this quarter. It's deflected. The pass to Holiday. Over Dunn. The shot by Holiday, no good. Pass to Young. Here's Cornette. Pass to Harrison. And it's Young at the elbow. There's the triple. Kept alive. For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Passes to Holiday. Here's Sumner. To the paint.
Got to recognize the situation, trying to get a 2-for-1.
Absolutely, but at the same time, you want to get a good shot.
Pacers leading by 6. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Porter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando. Back to Harrison. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Drains it from beyond the arc.
The complete game of Otto Porter. Overplay him, and it's a good bet he'll find the open man.
Here's Sumner. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach out.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sport. Victor Oladipo had it going on in the first quarter. He had 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Love the dog.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Victor Oladipo really making a difference here.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Count it. Warren's got 5 points so far.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Levine with it. He has 5. Puts it up. The rebound by Turner. Pacers leading by 4.
And you hear it all the time about how they say reaching the top.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Coming into the NBA, Victor Oladipo, Greg, drew some comparisons to Dwayne Wade, but it was working out with D-Wade that helped take Victor's game to the next level.
And listen, anytime you're the second overall pick, which he was back in 2013, stardom is expected. It just took a while. Now he's got to apply that same work ethic to overcoming the knee injury. Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Nailed from three-point land. Oladipo's got the lead up to 9 now for Indiana. And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That is his first foul of the game. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for the Pacers. Chicago also making some changes. Valentine's checked in for Zach LaVine, and Satoransky subbed in for White. Satoransky looking around. Here's Hutchison. And again, no good by Chicago.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Bulls trail by 11. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now Satoransky. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Tips it up, and Warren able to finish. And the Pacers lead by 13.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
To the inside, here's Carter. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And here is Valentine. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Markkanen and the Bulls with another miss.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Stolen by Warren. There's the pass to McDermott. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim. He ends a huge run by Indiana.
From deep three-point range, Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Satoransky. Hits that one. Nice pass, leading him to the bucket.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And the shot is good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Valentine kicks to Satoransky. Trains it from beyond the arc. Satoransky's got 5 points in the quarter.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Carter looking around from outside the arc. Another 3 for Chicago.
Beautiful find by Carter. Sees the floor really well for a young big.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now here's McConnell. Satoransky covering. Fires from the line. Chicago grabs the miss.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Here's Hutchison. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
And it has them in a great spot to take the lead. They love to get a few stops now at the other end.
And so it's Indiana heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Harrison out there with Porter. And it's Young in at center. And White kicks to Levine. Another 3 for Chicago.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors.
And this is a perfect situation for them coming up. They'll be facing a lot of teams that they should beat, and those games will be at home. Can't ask for a better stretch of the schedule.
Inside. Porter passes to Young. Stolen by Holiday. And Oladipo.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. He can't get that one, and Chicago will go the other way with the ball. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. And Young kicks to White. Right wing. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Now here is Holiday. Oladipo outside. The kick out to Holiday. Young with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls.
And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game, guys. No doubt about it. I'm sensing a major momentum swing here after that steal and run out.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Oladipo, good. Oladipo's got 19 points.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this league, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
Levine dishes to Young. Here's White. No good from outside. Pacers leading by 8. And Holiday, here we go. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
The holder of a championship ring, Holiday, played about 11 minutes a game during the Warriors' title run in 2015.
The Pacers making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Young. Markkanen comes in for Shaquille Harrison. And Satoransky's subbed in for White. 1:56 left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Carter. Porter in the corner. But they'll get another chance. Carter, the pass to Levine. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. And that's 13 points for Zach LaVine.
This is what Zach LaVine is built to do. He can get you points in bunches, and sometimes he can go all night.
Here's Oladipo, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Pass to Porter. Now here's Markkanen. Feeds it to Carter. Kick out to Levine. From outside, off the mark. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Here's Oladipo. Good work defensively by Carter.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside Turner. And Holiday kicks to Holiday. Oladipo against Satoransky. side. McDermott lays it up and banks it in. And the Pacers lead by 8.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way. Earning the big contract with shots like that. Porter making the play of the game.
Turner passes to Holiday. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oladipo right side. Passes it to Holiday. Porter with the steal.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate foul no matter who catches the ball. Woo-wee. If you want to know what Zach LaVine is made of, you just found out.
Here's McDermott. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
That's a clutch shot by Doug McDermott, and his teammate has the confidence for him to take those.
For 3, LaVine. Here's Carter. And so the Pacers take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick to it.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Steve.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number
200.
Here's Tatum and
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't.
We welcome you to how it's ended out. Well, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, CA. Just now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the 1. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem, and it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. Well, Chris, as we wind toward the end of the regular season, what do you notice as an analyst that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Wow, I think what I didn't notice when I was playing was everything that goes on around the arena. Now I get to the games a couple of hours early. I get to interact with fans. I get to see game productions. The business of basketball, just how much everyone loves the game, from Adam Silver down to someone at the concession stands at the arena, how it really is a community and a family. Because when I was in Sacramento, I'm just playing for Sacramento. I didn't realize how many people in New York and Detroit and other places supported not only us in Sacramento, but their home teams, and just seeing how passionate everyone in the business of basketball, how passionate they are. And that's just something awesome to be a part of.
And it's sent back by Carter.
An aggressive defender. Carter Jr. also excels at using his physical advantages to turn shots back.
And it's good, 2 points.
Well, I think he's looking around wondering where the D is. I mean, nowhere near him, that's for sure.
Levine finds Porter. White, wide open, he fired. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now here's Ennis, guarded closely. Fires it up. And it's Vucevic missing.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
Here's Augustine. Markkanen pulls it in.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
Now here's Markkanen. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando. No one covering.
So precise off the pass. I mean, this is a shot LaVine continues to knock down time and time again.
Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, Chris, and a burst that makes him a very tough matchup.
Yeah, and he has a great first step. I mean, when he's trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the hoop. He'll flush it on your head 9 times out of 10.
Here's Porter. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Vucevic. That one a little long.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
Porter finds Markkanen. Porter looking it over. Back to Markkanen. Shot clock at 6. Right the pass to LaVine. From deep. The shot, no good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Porter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando. White, good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Magic trail by 12. Gordon goes in.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
And the first one drops. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Khem Birch comes in for Ennis. Terrence Ross is checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Fultz in for Augustine. Fultz brings the double team. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. Number 1, the Bulls.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end. And you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
Now here's Fultz. Dunn covering. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Just 5 to shoot. Ross kicks to Fultz. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling a shot clock violation. The Magic making a switch here. Carter Williams is checked in.
Michael Carter Williams.
The Bulls leading by 10. Kornet passes to Satoransky. 19 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Kornet. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Ross hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Now done from deep three-point range. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Orlando, Carter Williams is out there with Markelle Fultz. And there's Mohamed Bamba. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the 4 spot. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Here's Satoransky after the Magic pick up 2. Hutchison's shot is off.
If you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though. This team needs results.
Here's Cornette following the score by Mohamed Bamba. Here's Satoransky. Misses off the left iron. The Magic trail by 8. Here's Ross. Lays it up off the glass.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Dunn kicks to Satoransky. Pass to Hutchison. Back to Young. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Young's got his second bucket of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Aaron Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. Evan Fournier's checked in for Markelle Fultz. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Chicago also making some changes. Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Harrison in for Chris Dunn.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
And here is Valentine. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. Back to White. Valentine kicks to Markkanen, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and take a look at the leading rebounders since the All-Star break. 5th, Nikola Vucevic.
He has taken his rebounding very seriously since the break. It's really paid off for him and his team.
Harrison. Chris, more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, especially when I was with Tyler. I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
Really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road is great because that's where you know that fan grade all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there, so you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect.
Yeah.
That free throw good from Ross. Here's White. 20 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
As good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Now here's White. 3-point lead. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. 5 to shoot. Harrison. That shot off. Gordon with the defensive effort. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
1:12 left to play here in the half. Pass to Markkanen. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 3.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backcourt.
Pass to Ross. Now here's Vucevic. Gordon inside. He's guarded by Markkanen. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen. Ennis, he's checked in for Orlando. The Bulls also changing it up. Porter's checked in for Markkanen. And Levine subbed in for White. Fournier passes to Vucevic. Augustine with it. Fires from the wing. And the shot is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Augustine against Levine. There's 25 seconds left now here in the second. Porter. A putback. Vucevic with the rebound. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 15-4 run. Ennis misses. Outside, Porter. The dish to Levine. Over Ennis. And that one released in time, but no good. So that'll be it for the first half. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first two quarters. They lead by 1 point. Kenny?
Well, their playmaker.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for this.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Terrence Ross with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Taking a look at the Bulls, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the center. Now here is Augustine. Here's Gordon. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Augustine's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Vucevic, and it's sent back by Carter. Augustine with the steal. And now here's Ennis, the fast break opportunity. It's stolen by Carter. And White kicks to Levine. Outside, Porter. Now the pass to Carter. And here's Porter. Fires the three. It's good from long range. Porter's got 5 points so far.
And in overtime, Porter has welcomed taking more threes, which in turn has made him more versatile.
Nasty move, and White with the block. And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
And it's put back in by Vucevic.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The Bulls leading by 4. Levine with it, defended now by Fournier, and there's the bucket from Markkanen.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic, an offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. The Magic getting the bucket. Carter. Vucevic with the rebound. Fournier against Levine. And Vucevic kicks to Ennis. Back to Vucevic. He feeds it to Fournier. 2 free throws coming up. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
Now, here's Dunn. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
A lot of game nowadays is screen and roll action. I mean, Dunn looking comfortable handling.
To the middle. Here's Birch. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Birch has got his first bucket of the night.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Dunn looking over the floor, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
And so here's Orlando. Valentine passes to Dunn. Here's Cornette, and he slams it one-handed.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
Here's Bamba. Again, the Magic score. The Bulls leading by 4. Inside. Now, here's Fultz. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Solid court awareness. Leave someone open on Fultz squad, and you're going to regret it.
And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That's his first foul. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Chicago. Shaquille Harris comes in for Dunn. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Hutchison. He's guarded by Ross. Satoransky, the pass to Cornette. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Cornette's got 4 this quarter.
And I like the decision making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
Oh, yeah, and that's just a good read on his part. And as usual, his mid-range jumper is on point.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bulls lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment from the Amway Center. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier and Ross, they're the wings. And it's Fultz in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for Orlando. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Now, he hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing, he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Fournier for 3 at the live Orlando. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Bulls. They've held a 12-point lead early. Harrison passes to Markkanen. And contact on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Ennis, he's checked in for Ross. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. The Bulls leading by 4. Here's Satoransky, and he uses the glass on the layup. Satoransky's got his first basket of the night.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
And Vucevic kicks to Gordon. Vucevic down low. He's against Young. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Gordon.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Markkanen. Again, Chicago.
In an era where quality stretch bigs are valued so highly, Markkanen fits right into the league's mold.
Here's Fournier. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Thaddeus Young.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
That free throw, no good. The Magic making a switch here. Augustine's checked in. And the second free throw, good. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Markkanen kicks to Harrison. Pass to Hutchison. Back to Harrison. 6 on the shot clock. Vucevic against Young. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Bulls lead by 7.
If there's ever a successful shot that still gets your coach mad at you, that's the one.
Augustine, no luck. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. That one falls. Hutchinson's got his first basket.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Back to Augustine. He dishes it to Vucevic. Basket is good. The assist from Augustine. 12 points for Vucevic.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Just too big of a threat down there. He has a number of go-to moves at his disposal.
And he recovers it. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Markkanen into the lane. Harrison passes to Markkanen. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Count that bucket.
And it's important that Markkanen develops his floor awareness. I mean, passes like that go a long way.
Augustine against Satoransky. To the paint. Young with the steal. Here's Hutchison. And he converts the layup. And it's an 11-point Bulls lead.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here's Markkanen. After the miss from Vucevic. And stolen by Fournier. Young with the steal. Here's Hutchison. Outside, Markkanen. Here's Harrison. For the 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for the Magic. They trail by 11. Fournier dishes to Ennis. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Outside Fournier. Back to Vucevic. Shoots over Satoransky. Vucevic with the bucket. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Satoransky, and the 3 ball is good. Satoransky's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bulls.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
Fournier's shot is off. Young with the ball. Takes a 3. It gets rebounded by Ennis. From deep. Offensive rebound.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental tough?
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year. The young tour guide goes,
Let's meet your Chicago Bulls. And David, well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Assman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5. And for Chicago, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front. And it's White in at the point. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on its own accord for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as a head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
And that one drops for him.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Garland, the pass to Love, stolen by Markkanen. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. White, good.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Garland with it. White on. Garland, no good. Passes it to White. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And a wide open look for Porter. Off target with his three. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Trailing by 2. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Well, it would have been really nice to get that win on the road, but no team ever happy with a loss. They put up a good fight, and they had nothing to hang their heads on after that one.
Garland dishes to Love. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Precision shooting off of the pass. Love takes no time letting that one go. I think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Porter's checked in for Jetty Osman. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
And then, in 2013, with Miami, LeBron Brent finished 1 ballot shy, burning all the MVP votes.
But we wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016. But just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span.
Satoransky, the pass to Dunn. Shot clock at 5. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Now Drummond. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin. You got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Here's Dunn following the score by Cleveland. Young outside. A 3-ball. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Garland. Drummond in the post. And the pass to Love. Back to Drummond. That falls. Great assist by Love. 6 points for Drummond.
Love has a knack for recognizing when a teammate's going to break wide open.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Dunn passes to Cornette. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Sexton. Tips it. And Porter putting it right back in. Porter's got his second basket of the game.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Satoransky. Pass to Cornette. Hits the close-range jumper.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
A good close contest so far as we finish. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Hey, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
We've got Young, Harrison out there with Dunn. Then there's Valentine. And it's Cornette in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Bulls. White comes in for Dunn. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Osman comes in for Sexton. And that one's good by Porter. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And here's White, his last outing with 20 points. Passes it to Cornette. Stolen by Thompson. Porter against White. Puts up a three. Markkanen pulls it in. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 6-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. So for the Bulls, Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. And Levine subbed in for Harrison. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Thompson. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
And Nance kicks to Osman, poked loose, and stolen by White. Markkanen passes to Levine. And Levine throws it down.
And that athleticism has always been a big part of Levine's game. He makes dunking look easy.
Here is Porter. He has 6. Thompson is double. Back to Porter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent, something you're active in right now. And, you know, there are some players who are playing crew, who are terrific mentors and teachers on teams.
There's no doubt about it that there are guys. I think about first what Vince Carter has provided to the teams. He's been around in the past couple seasons. Zach Randolph, to some degree, was doing that as he moved from Memphis to Sacramento. But there are guys who are still players and that are on the floor contributing and doing big things like Chris Paul and Mike Conley that are such huge attributes to an organization when they start to introduce the changeover in their roster or the next phase of their team. You got to give a lot of kudos and appreciate the fact that players who've been that great for that long accept and willingly accept, Kevin, the role of teaching young guys and paying it forward.
And role players that have been like Calderon and Haslam, who have not been stars, but have been important parts of their organization.
Also, tremendous examples of what it means to be a professional day in and day out. If your responsibilities aren't as great as the top 4 or 5 players, there's still things you can do to make your team better on a daily basis. Those are 2 great names, Kevin.
5 on the clock. Stolen by Thompson. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Markkanen finds Levine. Back to Markkanen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch 4, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And Satoransky is subbed in for White. Bulls making a switch here. Dunn's checked in. Kick out to Levine. 52 seconds left in the first half of basketball. There's the 3. The shot, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Here's Sexton. That's in there. Love with the assist. Sexton's got 6.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
Here's Dunn, and the layup is good.
And Dunn is spectacular, seeking contact and getting it. He just absorbs the hit, yet still able to finish.
Love, it's good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Young taking his time here. Pass to Dunn. Here's Hutchison. Jacks up a three. The shot, no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cleveland ahead. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period. And that
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at him.
Tipping off the second half, here's John Beilein's 5. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Garland in at the point guard position. Now, here's Sexton. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
Sexton playing at his pace right now. That's a good sign for the entirety of the offense.
And Levine, here we go. That one, no good. Good D from Love. Here's Osman. And the shot goes down. And now it's a 9-point Cleveland lead.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Levine inside the three-point line. And that one is off. And Cleveland will come the other way.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Like the attacking mindset, not waiting for something to happen. Instead, creating it himself was Colin Sexton.
And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And Levine, here we go. And he jams it right over Andre Drummond. Wow!
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in. Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
No, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Lobbed up there for Drummond, and Cleveland turns it over again. Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Valentine comes in for Zach LaVine, and it's Shaquille Harrison in for White. Here's Carter, and the shot is long.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Chicago. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away. And, of course, there's the Cavaliers, down 4 spots from them.
And right now for the Cavaliers, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
And you have to wonder just how different this team will look next season, from players to possibly coaches, maybe every level of the organization.
Here's Porter, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
Here's Cornette. He's covered by Thompson. And the officials call a traveling violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Valentine. Here's Windler. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Now let's have a quick look at some of the league's top defenders in the season's second half. Thaddeus Young, number 1.
Defensively, he's been a glove. I mean, he has just been blanketing his opponent.
Hutchison passes to Cornette. And Satoransky wide open. He fires. His 3-pointers off the mark. Here's Porter. He trains the quick shot. Porter's got 5 points now this quarter.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
And there's the pass to Hutchison. Looking for Young. He gets it there. Nance with the rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Porter, no luck. Bulls trail by 14. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Nance. And the layup's good off the glass. Nance has got the lead up to 14 now for the Cavs.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Here's Harrison. Here's Hutchison. Missed. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Cavaliers lead. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Thomas Satoransky is out there with Chris Dunn. Then it's Young, and it's Harrison in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Yes, that goes in. You know, officials try to be as objective as possible, Brent. It does sometimes feel like we get superstar calls, correct?
I think there's absolutely superstar calls, Kevin. And, you know, the purist in me wants the referees to keep it fair, but understanding that the game is entertainment and understanding what it takes to be that level of player, every now and then seeing a guy like James Harden getting a few more free throws or watching Giannis find his way to the line a few more times, I shrug my shoulders and I say, yeah, I actually kind of get it.
Yeah, good example. Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Young. Porter comes in for Shaquille Harrison. And Levine subbed in for Satoransky. Chicago making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in. It's stolen by Carter. Porter with the steal. Drummond in the post. Markkanen on him.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Outside Levine. Here's the 3. And the Bulls with another miss. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. 7-game road trip continues for them. That'll be game number 3.
When you get physical like that, I don't think Sexton minds it all that much, able to play through it.
Here's Markkanen. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Pass to Love. It's Drummond, top of the key. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And there's Love. That's good on the assist by Drummond. 7 points for Love.
He just has such a nice touch for a big man. Love's three-point shooting, a huge part of why he damages defensive schemes.
On the wing, Levine. Defended by Sexton. Levine can't hit. The Cavaliers leading by 17. Wallace with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Love, no luck. For Chicago, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Markkanen. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And Markkanen continuing to improve inside. I mean, utilizing his height. The D has a tough time matching up with somebody with his skill set.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. White, he's checked in for Chicago. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Cleveland. Bulls have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Sexton. Here's Drummond. That falls. Great assist by Love. Love's got 3 assists in the game.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Levine inside the three-point line. And again, Chicago. No good. Here's Sexton. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Cavaliers lead by 19.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Cavaliers.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Drummond.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
And it's good for 2. Garland's got his first 2 points.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And Sexton slams it in.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Levine can't hit.
Now that's a shot right there. He's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
It's Drummond with the drive. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Then for the Cavaliers, Bell is checked in for Love. Exum comes in for Cedi Osman. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Garland.
Well, a big reason why Dellavedova is out there is because he can see who's available.
Valentine kicks to Satoransky. Passes to Gafford. Wide open. The offensive rebound. Valentine with it. Off on that one. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a...
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. RPM tech benefits the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
And a little bit of a fashion show taking place as the Bulls came. We're going to break in the action now. Let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Pacers. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And checking out Chicago. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard. And for Chicago, Wright and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. And Levine, here we go. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Clark, toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall, others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective. The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Now here's White. 20 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
And he's off on his first shot of the game.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Here's Levine after Malcolm Brogdon's bucket. Levine passes to Carter. Markkanen kicks to Porter. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Turner. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Over in the corner, Warren. Up again. The shot missing. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Carter finds Porter. And Carter has it in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And the Bulls with another miss. Pacers leading by 4. Here's Holiday. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
Boy, I love how unselfish Oladipo is. Great at getting his teammates involved in on-time, on-target passes. Boy, quickly becoming a real force defensively. Miles Turner, one of the league's premier shot blockers.
And that one's good by Porter.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here is Holiday. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Shot from free throw range. Offensive rebound. And Warren able to finish.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
The shot by Holiday, no good. And you look at the job description for an elite defensive big man. Nowadays, it's not enough to just protect the rim.
No, you've got to be able to move your feet and also defend on the perimeter as well. And that's where Turner's quick feet have helped him. He's able to guard smaller players and recover to the lane. And that's a nice combination.
There's Brogdon after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Great positioning on the putback.
That's all about the ticker for Turner. Big heart, a real juggernaut on the boards who uses those long arms exceedingly well to get second chance opportunities.
Now here's White. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And a wide open look for Porter. The rebound by Turner. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Indiana. 7-point differential. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, makes it even tougher to take.
Markkanen. The Pacers pull it in. Turner's got 7 rebounds in the game. The 3 from Warren. With the tip, and Oladipo stays with it.
Boy, Oladipo has tremendous athleticism, and with his effort on the offensive glass, he keeps possessions alive for his team.
Here's Markkanen, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Pacers lead by 12. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Take note of the work they've done on the offensive glass. Guys, they've got a ton of putbacks.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Center and spare it done. Then it's Young, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And Indiana making a change here. Sampson's checked in. Now here's Satoransky. Here's Hutchison. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Dunn.
And a finalist for Coach of the Year in 2019, Nate McMillan passing 600 wins last season.
Well, you think about that. That's an impressive milestone for an outstanding coach in Nate McMillan. He moved into the top 25 all-time in wins. He's had 2 other stops as a head coach, Portland and Seattle, and I think he's doing some of his best work with the Pacers.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Edmund Sumner's checked in for T.J. McConnell. Here's Hutchison, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Satoransky, good on the triple.
Yeah, he recognized the overcommitment by the defense there and then made a smart pass to get that ball back outside.
Back to McDermott. Indiana moving it around. Over in the corner, Sampson. Down low. The kick out to Holiday. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Here's Sumner. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Sumner's got his first 3 points of the game. Satoransky against Holiday. Satoransky, the pass to Cornette. Stolen by Holiday. It's stolen. Here's Satoransky. Tries again. Cornette kicks to Young. Dunn passes to Hutchison. Back to Dunn. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Doug McDermott.
Well, I love Dunn being creative and getting these calls. I mean, he's amazing at putting defenders in a tough spot.
And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately, came up short. The teammates and coaches and team.
Whoa!
Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And Young slams it home.
And you know what? When it comes to alley-oops, you are better at finishing than Thaddeus Young.
The pass to McDermott. 1:43 left to play here in the second quarter. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. And here are the deadliest long-range shooters in the league. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Fifth best, Doug McDermott.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Markkanen, he's checked in for Luke. Oh, wow.
And going to the windmill dunk to turn this place on its ear.
This crowd is stunned.
Boy, I tell you what, as well they should be, Kevin. I mean, that was one extravagant finish.
Here's Sumner. He's got 7. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Pacers leading by 16. For 3, Brogdon. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Harrison passes to Young. And Young slams it home.
You know when he gets that close, Young is going to finish with a dunk.
Here's Warren. And he gets it to go. Warren's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Valentine dishes to Markkanen. Got a piece of it. And now the fast break. Brogdon with the ball. And the shot by Warren, no good. from deep three-point range, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Indiana with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Beth. It was all about Indiana as the game got going. They had the upper hand early. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Malcolm Brogdon really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Pacers, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr. Indiana shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night, and the first one at the line is good.
You know, what a great job Nate McMillan has done since taking over as head coach, leading Indiana to 3 straight postseasons, and the style of play with which the team has played with, a credit to him and his staff.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Levine for 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. And a big part of McMillan's success, getting his guys, Clark, to play hard for him every night.
And I think you're right, because this team gets the most out of itself. It's one thing to assemble talent. It's another to bring people together so they're playing for each other. And these guys do that night in and night out.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Holiday with the 3, and the Pacers another 3.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And White kicks to Markkanen. Levine inside the three-point line. Another one falls for Chicago.
Levine has a quick release, does not need much time to get his shot off.
The 3 from Warren, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, you know, that was out of his reach anyway, so I don't even know why he made that effort. No need to commit the foul there.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for the Bulls. Satoransky comes in for White.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
For 3, Levine. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to McDermott. And here's McConnell. It's Oladipo on the wing. Tries from 10, and again it's Indiana converting.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for Chicago.
When you talk about outstanding athletes in the NBA, Victor Oladipo is on that list. Even if he's only 90%, this guy is explosive, actually more explosive than most.
And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That is his first foul of the game. Chicago making some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr., and it's done in for Levine. And the Pacers also making a change. Holiday's checked in. And you think about trying to come back from that big knee injury, a lot riding on Oladipo's recovery.
Well, a big part of his recovery and coming back effectively is sports medicine has come a long, long way, Kevin. He won the 2018 Most Improved Award. They stopped doing the Comeback Player of the Year, but you know, he's looking for that kind of return this season.
The Bulls making a switch here. Harrison's checked in. Clark, I'm going to get a little detailed here, but in terms of footwork in the post, who really impresses you?
Well, there are a number of guys, Kevin. I mean, you think about it. Kevin Durant is a lethal scorer and does a lot of his work off the dribble and in transition on pull-up threes. But when he is a post-up threat, and he does get posted sometimes, his footwork is superb, absolutely superb. Joel Embiid comes to mind, big fella with feet of a ballerina. Jokic does a great job with his feet, not nearly as athletic as Embiid or Durant. And then I would put Kawhi Leonard outside of a big guy. I mean, he's not a big guy in terms of position, but boy, he is very efficient down in the low post when he gets it.
Good name.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now Holiday knocked loose and stolen by Valentine. Drops in the layup for two. Valentine's got his first bucket in this one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Pass to McConnell. Overdone. Got a piece of it, but he recovers it. McDermott for three. Sinks the triple. McDermott's got 5 points so far.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yes, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Passes it to Valentine. Off target from three-point range. Good if it goes. That one doesn't go. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Pacers out in front, running away with it. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a two-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And small forward and power forward, Porter and Young. Dunn is out there with White, and it's Markkanen in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Outside, Porter. Just 4 to shoot. Young with no one around. And Markkanen on the follow. Markkanen's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Bulls.
Yeah, Markkanen doing a nice job crashing the glass there, Kevin, at 7 feet tall. This guy making good use of his size on that possession.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Fleshing out his game more and more. I really like seeing Porter go to work inside.
Brogdon inside the line. Warren the pass to Brogdon. Overdone. The rebound by Young.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Dunn misses. Pacers leading by 21. Here's Sumner. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although
right.
a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
Outside, Levine. Here's Satoransky. They grab their own miss. No good on that one. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And the pass to Brogdon. Fires the three. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That'll be his second foul of the game. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Edmund Sumner. Levine for three. That's in for his fifth field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
They get it back. Feeds to Warren. Kicks to Holiday. Oladipo outside. It's Brogdon on the wing. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in.
You know, Malcolm Brogdon is not the biggest guy, but that does not stop him from being aggressive and assertive inside.
Pass to Markkanen from deep. He can't hit that time, so Indiana will take it the other way. Here's Oladipo. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds in this game. His first shot coming late. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Oladipo. They get it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
And the foul on Wendell Carter. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
The Pacers making a switch here. TJ Leafs checked in for Turner. Doug McDermott comes in for Warren. Johnson, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And it's TJ McConnell in for Brogdon.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Indiana.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Miles Turner.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
Good work there as it goes.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Back to McConnell. 41 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Holiday kicks to McConnell. Takes the three. Rebounded by Gafford. Here's Chicago. They trail by 18. Here's Valentine. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Johnson's shot is off. Pass to Harrison. To the left side wing. Valentine wide open. He fires. A three-pointer is right on target. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony, Clark Hill.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of
Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willet. And with great DA, thanks. A look at the starting group for the Magic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. And for the Bulls, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front. And it's Porter in at the 3. And it's Vucevic missing. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And it's blocked by Gordon. And he's able to get it back. Clock at 6. Levine looking around. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
It's so fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams, what these individual players could be like. Now, here's Porter. After the miss from Vucevic. In the corner, it's Levine. And Levine with the slam.
Elite athleticism. Levine able to go up, take the hit, and convert.
Bulls shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Augustine passes to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. The putback, it's hauled in by Gordon.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Ennis, good.
Well, you can see why his teammates love playing with him. Vucevic willing to find the open guy.
For Chicago, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Levine. And Vucevic pulls it down. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his first foul. For Orlando, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside Fournier. To the inside. Poked away and stolen by White. Porter dishes to Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
Well, the basketball IQ on display for Otto Porter makes the right read there.
Augustine finds Fournier, and stolen by White. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. It's deflected. Gordon, the pass to Fournier. Augustine, that's good.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
Vucevic with the block. Fournier with the ball, now defended by Levine. Here's Gordon. That one misses. And in Chicago the other way. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic. And White kicks to Markkanen. And the Bulls with another miss.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Augustine against Carter. Now here's Ennis. He's tightly guarded. Just 5 to shoot. Down low. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And now it's time to look at our rookie leaderboard and see which of the first-year players are tops in assists during the last month. And you look at White, third in assists and a great leader.
And he's been setting the table beautifully. I mean, that'll keep his veteran teammates really happy.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Saransky's checked in for Levine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Satoransky looking around. And there's the pass to Hutchison. 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the Bulls with another miss. Orlando leading by 4. Here's Gordon. And misses it off the right side of the rim. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And now Orlando on the break. And then Gordon with the dunk.
How effortless is a dunk for Aaron Gordon? He's ready for takeoff, gentlemen.
Gordon's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Gordon. And here's the fast break. Ross leading the way. And the basket by Gordon.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. 5 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Got a hand on it. And so it's the Orlando Magic with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictate. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Chris Dunn. Also Thomas Satoransky out there. And it's Cornett in at the center position. Dunn's shot's good.
Yeah, I really admire the poise of Chris Dunn, appearing totally comfortable in the paint.
Inside, here's Bamba. Makes it off the glass.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Now here's Ross. D right on him. Birch the pass to Bamba. That's tipped. Another shot back to Birch. And they pick up 2.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
You look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And Satoransky wide open. He fires. Here's Cornett. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And it's Young at the elbow. Satoransky in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. A second chance effort. It's tipped. Here's Birch. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. These defensive coaches in our meetings, Doris, talk about their players staying on a string, helping the help defenders in this league are important.
No doubt, and there are certain guys who are gifted defensively. Paul George, to me, was a Defensive Player of the Year category. Rudy Gobert, multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy is considered a great shot blocker, and no question that's the case, but it's because his defensive rotation is so good. Feels like Marcus Smart, the ones willing to give up their body, fly around the floor, be great anticipators. I mean, that impacts winning.
Aren't they fun to watch?
So fun.
Passes it to White. Valentine, that's for 2. But they get it back. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And stolen by White. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Here's Harrison. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For Chicago, they had gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And he makes the first.
And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against 2 of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship.
Didn't think that was going to go in. Augustine's got 5 now.
How about the range from DJ Augustine? Bring it from another zip code.
To the middle. Here's Carter with the putback. It's hauled in by Gordon. Orlando leading by 6. Carter Williams, the pass to Gordon. And, oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the line for him here.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for White. Evan Fournier's checked in for Orlando. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
I think what we're seeing from Evan Fournier is this guy is a terrific young player who's willing to do a little bit of everything.
And the Bulls making a change here. Levine's checked in.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Levine. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting, and now he's starting to roll.
And Valentine gets it to go on the assist from Porter. Porter's got 3 assists now in this one. Gordon dishes to Ennis. Count it. Ennis has got his 2nd basket of the night.
I'll tell you, he is becoming a very dependable passer. I love how Aaron Gordon puts the team first above anything else.
Bean passes to Harrison. To the paint. Here's Porter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, if Porter realizes how close the defense is on him, he simply gets the contact. Still knocking down the shot, too.
So for the Bulls, Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Valentine, and it's done in for Harrison. Markelle Fultz is checked in for Orlando. Ennis kicks to Fultz. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Magic lead by 1.
One of the keys as a perimeter player is always stay focused through contact. Markelle Fultz makes that shot despite the physical contact.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Orlando out in front. They're up by 1. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here. Things were going Orlando's way from the beginning. They were able to stretch out their lead to 8 points. And that...
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
So on the floor for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. White against Augustine. Outside Fournier. Out left to the wing. Pass to Vucevic. Rocket 2. Orlando needs to get off a shot. And it's Gordon missing. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 1-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
We're just going to call him Mr. Zach LaVine, another highlight reel finish.
And Augustine kicks to Ennis. Augustine against White. Now here is Augustine. Not a lot of room. And the basket by Gordon.
Well, DJ Augustine has been around this league a long time. He does not miss open teammates.
LaVine against Fournier. Launches it. And Zach LaVine gets the 3. LaVine's got 12 points in the game.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
The shot's good from Fournier.
Well, you love the shooter's mentality that Evan Fournier possesses, thinking of pulling up before he even makes the catch.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you. Doris, 4 years and $76 million for Aaron Gordon. And good money if you can get it.
No doubt, Kevin. And in today's NBA, Aaron Gordon is well worth it. This guy is on the upswing of his career. He's got plenty of room for growth. Tremendous athlete and getting more and more skilled.
Vucevic, the pass to Gordon. Pass to Augustine. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. They get the rebound. And it's put back in by Vucevic. And the Magic lead by 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside, LaVine. And a miss there on the triple. The Magic have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Fournier dishes to Augustine. Back to Fournier. Rebound by the Bulls.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Now, Zach LaVine is a solid passer. This guy entered the league as a point guard, puts it on the money there.
White against Augustine. And Vucevic kicks to Fournier. The pass to Ennis. And here's Augustine. Feeds to Vucevic. Good on the shot. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
LaVine passes to Markkanen. LaVine dishes to Markkanen. No good on that one. Gordon with the defensive effort. Orlando leading.
And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Well, you're trying to end the quarter the right way. It takes awareness and it takes discipline.
Vucevic off on the layup. Chicago's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. It's LaVine atop the key. Kicks it to Porter. Pass to LaVine for the lead. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, this is where Evan Fournier has a feel for where to go in transition. Really good job.
And here's LaVine. Gets it off. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
And that's a crucial three there. They cut it close going into the fourth. This is far.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of three. Magic lead by 1. And do not go away as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
Boy, GA, how about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Chris Dunn is out there with Satoransky. Then it's Young, and it's Cornette in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Good on that shot, and with that, the Magic lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Satoransky. Here's Carter Williams. Pass to Fultz. He feeds it to Bamba. That's tipped and stolen by Dunn. Hutchison passes to Young. Cornette kicks to Satoransky. Pass to Dunn. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. 5 to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Stolen by Bamba. The pass to Carter Williams. It's intercepted. Here's Cornette. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And so it's Carter Williams. He'll bring up the ball for the Orlando Magic. The lead is 2. Back to Birch. It's blocked. Down against Ross. Dunn passes to Cornette. Over to the left wing. And Satoransky kicks to Cornette. Now here's Satoransky. Guarded by Fultz. At the Dunn. To take the lead. And again, Chicago. No good. Stolen by Satoransky. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And again, no good by Chicago. Here's Birch, defended by Young. Birch, the pass to Bamba, and he gets the whistle. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
He's showing he wants to be the man. Bamba has the hunger to step up in those big moments.
1:57 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Satoransky, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Gordon, and he elevates for the slam dunk. Denzel Valentine did not like that.
Wow, the tenacity of Aaron Gordon, the athleticism is just amazing.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Harrison kicks to Satoransky. Now here's Valentine. Defense right on him. Bamba with the block.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
So for the Bulls, Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Young. Porter comes in for Valentine. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Harrison. Then for the Magic, James Ennis comes in for Bamba. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And remember, at 7 feet tall, Markkanen is tough to keep off the board, solid at tracking down misses on that offensive glass.
The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Now just a 2-point Magic lead.
And you talk about clutch plays, I mean, defensively and offensively, and we saw it right there.
Ross dishes to Augustine. Five on the clock. Passes to Vucevic to the inside. Porter with the steal. Here's Levine. Got it. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Pass to Satoransky. Vucevic with the block.
Well, the reach, the timing, Vucevic using all of that 7'4" wingspan to turn that shot away.
Yes!
Well, this game separates the men from the boys. Aaron Gordon, big-time delivery.
Levine against Ross. To take the lead. Off target from downtown. Good!
And a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And Steve Clifford wants a timeout. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Aaron Gordon.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
These teams have battled tooth and nail before quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast.
Here we go.
And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So for Chicago right now, Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter at the 3, the small forward.
And how about Markkanen using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Fournier passes to Gordon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Aaron Gordon is a tremendous athlete, and if he gets you off your feet with a pump fake, turn the lights out.
And both free throws good for Gordon.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Dean passes to Markkanen. And foul on the shot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Clock at 4. Here's Vucevic, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Levine kicks to White. Fournier against Levine. to take the lead. And the Bulls with another miss.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Fournier dishes to Gordon. Pass to Augustine. Outside Fournier. He kicks it to Vucevic. Tries from 16, and it's White with the rebound.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Markkanen dishes to Levine. On the wing, Porter. Trying to get open is Carter. Good! A huge shot to tie it up.
That's a big-time bucket right there. Porter comes up huge.
Fournier pass to Augustine. At the elbow, Vucevic. Vucevic gets double teamed. Ennis kicks to Augustine. For three, Fournier. It's good from beyond the arc.
Well, the seasoned pro, no letting the defense impede his progress in a clutch moment. Nice.
Levine for three. He's off from three. Gordon inside. Count it.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine, Kev. Big shot with time winding down. Clutch move by Levine.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really can't.